You see this ring right here? You see it? Watch it very closely. I'm going to take it and put it onto my finger, and one of two ways to take it off. Watch this. I can slide it off just like this, or I can put it on. I can take it off, and I can throw it back on just like that. Again, you can take it off, put it on, or you can pull it off and slide it back on just like that. You see, growing up, I always wanted to be a magician. In fact, by the age of about 10 years old, I had a box full of tricks, and I used to perform at my cousin's birthday parties. By the age of 13, I wanted to be a professional soccer player. And when I started going through school by the age of 17, I decided I wanted to be a personal trainer, a fitness coach. I built a whole gym in my basement, selling stuff off of Kijiji. And by the time I was 18 and stopped playing sports, I wanted to be an environmentalist. I went to University of UFT here in Toronto to study environmental studies and environmental science. And when I dropped out of there, still around the age of 18, that's when I decided I wanted to be a professional speaker. The reason I tell you all of this is because I want you to understand that I have changed my mind so many times growing up. What do you want to be with your life? What do you want to do with your life? What career do you want to work in? Those are all extremely open-ended questions, and here's why. Like me, you will change hundreds of times. I hate the question, what is your purpose? Go find your purpose. And the reason why I hate it is because I think your purpose is ever evolving. It is always changing. And here's when it must change. Here's when you need to break down what you've done and start from scratch. The moment you feel like you're doing something to please somebody else, to fill a societal expectation, to make somebody else feel good, that is when you need to stop what you're doing, abandon it wholeheartedly, and start doing the things that fill your heart up. Start doing the things that make you feel happy, that make you feel excited. I stopped magic not because my parents were forcing me to do it, it's because I didn't want to do it anymore. I stopped soccer after all these injuries, and I made the personal decision that I didn't want to push my body anymore. I dropped out of school when I decided that it wasn't going to serve me anymore. What are you still doing in your life to please somebody else? I highly encourage you to stop doing that thing. Break yourself down to ground zero and start rebuilding that foundation. That is when you start from scratch. And a more recent example I could give you about this was with the podcast that I run called Small Consistent Actions. And I'll give it a quick plug. I release 5 episodes on this podcast every week. There's about 2,000 students that tune in every single month from all around the world. We cover various topics. If you like listening to things while you're on your commute to school or on your commute to a soccer game or on your commute to work, highly recommend you check it out. But I first started that podcast about a year ago. And for 6 months, I interviewed people. I did interviews with some huge names, global speakers, academics, authors, CEOs, Olympic athletes. And the reason I was doing it was because one of my good friends started a podcast called Humans 2.0. His name is Mark Metry. And his podcast blew up in the span of a year. It was ranked one of the top 100 podcasts in the world. And I figured if I had started an interview-based podcast just like him, then I could blow mine up as well. But here's the problem. When you make decisions based on someone else's success, when it's not truly deep down what you want, you're going to start to burn out. And although I did over 60 interviews, and I was 6 months into this show, I decided to stop. I decided to stop fulfilling societal expectations. I decided to stop modeling someone else's idea of what success should look like. I took down all 60 episodes. Started to relay the foundation by following what I truly wanted, building a podcast based around my own ideas, my own systems, my own strategies, my own experiences, and once in a while bring on a guest to interview. What I want you to understand is it's never too late to restart. It's never too late for you to make a new decision about who you are and what you want to be doing in the world. There is no laws, rules, or regulations, or timelines about what's perfect for you. Society has constructed this fake timeline of what you should be doing at every certain step or year of your life that would make you successful or a failure, and it's crap. Don't follow it. In fact, the moment someone says to you, you should be doing something, your alarm, your internal crap system should be just going off and lighting up. When someone says you should do something, I highly encourage you don't. Because the word should is their own personal opinions being imposed onto you. Do the things that you love. Do the things that you want to do. And don't be afraid to restart with your passions in life. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you want to like this channel, please do. If you want to subscribe so you get all the videos sent to you, please do. If you want some more in-depth learning, go to highperformingstudent.com and you will find a course that I poured my heart and soul into over the past 2 months. Anyways, I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode, this video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace and love.